Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for Pro Division with the qualifying round wins here for the Northshore Tournament in Golf Clash. The game video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And before we start, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. You can get the ultimate tournament guides for Pro Division or Expert and Master by going to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Check them out, test them out, and improve your tournament gameplay with us. We also have exclusive tour text guides, which for those of you that do play tour as well, is a perfect bundle where you can get the best of both. And make sure to check out the link directly in the description down below. Follow the info box on the right hand side. As always, provide you with a club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type I suggest you to play with. Have in mind that all of them are just suggestions, so you don't have to follow what I do suggest, but there is always a plan behind it. Let's go to hole number 1. For hole number 1, we're gonna play on the left hand side, as we do have a little headwind. Playing over the right is going to require overpower if we're gonna do so, and I don't really want to push it that hard, not when it's the qualifying round. 4.5 bar top spin, 2 bars of side spin to the right. We're looking to have the red ring halfway into the rough on the right, just before it starts, just before it comes to +1. Adjust max +20. No curl, no overpower, just let the ball do the job. Perfect ball, and you're gonna see the ball bounce nicely on the fairway, and now we are looking to be somewhere between 340 and 350 yards, but mainly obviously be on the fairway. We are not playing a linear way towards the hole, which means that we cannot use the yardage in our favor here. So what we're looking for here to do is to directly go with our target to the back end of the fringe. You can see here when I zoom in, start of the fringe at the back, +6, we remember that, right? So top of the yellow ring by the edge of the rough. Now we're gonna add the top spin, because we do want to have the ball guideline to go past the hole, because this ball will be, like this ball guideline will be massively compressed. Top of the yellow ring by the edge of the rough, ball guideline just rolling over the left side of the hole. Now, +6, we remember that. Now we're gonna play 66% slider with a 20% over adjustment. So please just ignore when it says max in the info box there. It's there to be just displaying that we're gonna be somewhere between medium and maximum distance of our club. So +6 back fringe check equals 66% slider with a 20% elevation. Right that pin for a beautiful eagle here to start with on hole 1. For hole number 2, we're gonna play with a kingmaker, as we do have direct headwind, and I don't want us to go with that much overpower, so therefore we play with a kingmaker, reduce the wind, keep the power. 4.5 bar top spin, 1 bar of left spin. You can see here that I start at the +6 yard mark with half of the blue ring inside the rough, but more importantly, we have the ball guideline pointing straight down the fairway. Adjustment here shall be maximum distance with a 15% over adjustment. Once that is done, we will note how much overpower we adjust into. So we're gonna use the overpower that we adjust into. So if you adjust 1 ring into overpower, you use 1 ring of overpower. Simple, but very important, because otherwise we're gonna fall very short. Nice on the fairway there, and we are at 339 yards, and that's okay, because now we're gonna play a double bounce with the sniper. As we do have headwind for this shot as well, this is gonna be a difficult shot to drop. Obviously we're still gonna have a chance here though, but you need to have in mind though that it's better to secure the eagle than to push it too hard and lose the eagle. Now we are at +7. We're going to use a reference here that is going to be 84% slider with 25% elevation. That is not what I do in the video. I do go with less elevation here. I play with 15% elevation. Max was what I did here in the video. But looking at the result and based on, you know, the experience and the knowledge I have to dial in shots, my educated guess is to go 84% slider, 25% elevation, and we're gonna be in a good spot to get an albatross here on hole 2. This is no must, obviously, but I would say, as all of the Maple Bay, it's a pretty decent chance. Hole number 3, we start at complete max distance with a Grizzly level 7 and level 8. Blue ring by the rough line to the right. If you do play with a Grizzly level 9, you start at plus 3. 3.2 bars of backspin, 1 bar of side spin to the right. So just ignore the ball guideline. It looks weird, but it works, and that's the only thing that matters. Maximum distance with a 15% over adjustment, power 2 ball settings. We do adjust, and then it's time to take our shot. No curl, no overpower, and especially make sure to not use any type of overpower here because of the tailwind and the downhill approach. If having some accidental overpower, you may go too far and clip the rough. Bounce nicely on the fairway and slows down, takes the turn right at pin for a beautiful hole-in-one on hole 3, which is, in my opinion, a very good chance. Hole number 4, we're gonna go for green, or at least the area around the green is the plan. Use whatever driver that has the most power. Stretch out the max to visualize the first bounce to be in between the left and the right side bunker. Once that is done, we shall apply 4.5 bar topspin, 2 bars of left spin. Adjust max plus 10, push up to max. Once that is done, we shall use left side of the ball outside the adjustment ring to the left in curl and max overpower and try to hit perfect. What you will have to have in mind here is that the XMI level 8 has 236 yards of power. If we do have more towards a crosswind angle, there is risk of getting stuck into the rough. It will still be a simple rough iron towards the pin, but that is something that I would like to at least mention. Those of you playing with drivers that do have more power than 236 yards will, regardless of what wind angle you have no problem clipping the rough and roll out. Again, Berserker Ball to give ourselves the power. You can use basically whatever power fireball, but I would recommend to not use anything that has better than 1 in wind resistance, because we do need the push from the wind. For hole number 5, to give ourselves a chance, I'm going to push the drive hard using 1 bar topspin, 2 bars left spin, using one of the free-to-play balls called Berserker. Stretch out to max to find the bullseye on the center of the fairway. Once that is done, we shall adjust max plus 10 power fireball numbers. Don't push up to max if you do have a little tailwind, and, you know, just leave it where it is. Go half a ball of curl to the left and try to hit perfect. A double great left will most likely clip the rough with the first bounce. You will still roll out on the fairway, but if we do hit a perfect or a minor great right or a minor great left, you will still be fine. And that is something that I do believe we should handle. 382 yards. This is gonna leave us up for a rough bump with our sniper. Now, we look for the plus yardage just where the fringe start, which was plus 6, right? Now, we're gonna go with 1 bar of backspin. Ball guideline should be through the hole with half of the yellow ring outside the rough. You can see that the ball guideline go through the hole, but it's very important, as this shot is very easy otherwise to come into too short, and go short in line, which we don't want to do. So now for the plus 6, we're gonna adjust 46% slider, 5% elevation. That is not what I do in the video though, but based on the end result here, we have tweaked it and we're gonna play it from plus 6, 46% slider, 5% elevation. Because we're going for a rough bump, you can hit great left, great right, you will still be safe in bouncing into the rough and roll out towards the pin. You can see I just missed to the right. We need to remove a little bit, so therefore we do play 46% slider, 5% elevation from plus 6 yard mark at the fringe check. Tough reference maybe, but I do believe that this is the way to play if we want to have a chance for the albatross. They give us a very tough wind here on hole number 6. Direct headwind is, in my opinion, the absolute toughest wind you can have here. We are still going to go for a rough bump though, because that is by far the best chance for a drop. 1.8 backspin, 1.5 bar side spin to the right. Once that is done, top of the yellow ring by the edge of the rough, ball guideline to go right side of the cup. Very important. Once that is done, we shall adjust maximum distance with a 40% over adjustment. Yeah, sounds weird, but again, the headwind will compress the ball guideline and we will otherwise fall short into the bunker if we don't do the steps that we do have here. Max plus 40 is adjusted, but look, we're gonna add some overpower as well. Teeth overpower as it's called, so ball just overlapping the bottom teeth. It shall not crack the ring. Bounce into the rough. And it comes with a beautiful speed, right at pin, for a beautiful hole-in-one here on hole number 6. Tricky adjustment though, but again, sometimes we need to be a bit technical in our adjustment, especially on a tough par 3 like this, where any other type of option will not compare itself to the rough bump. After a couple of attempts to go for green, I decided not to do that because it was too risky. 4.5 bar top spin, 3 left spin, and we're gonna play a no movement drive, which means that you're not gonna touch the target until it's time to adjust the ring. So very simple when it comes to that. Maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment is what we're using, and we play with a katana because that's the only thing that we need. We don't need a power 3 ball on hole number 7. Perfect ball with half a ball left curl, and now we're looking to get this ball up to somewhere between 350 to 355 if we can decide. 353. Now we're gonna use 353 as a yardage, and 353. I decided, as for my testing, I did play just medium distance, 10% elevation, nothing else. 3 bars of backspin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Line up, ball guideline to the hole, and now we're gonna adjust, and we shall always, with the thorn, pull over the bullseye. We do adjust, and then it's time to take our shot. You're gonna notice here that we are just going to burn the right side of the cup, or like right edge of the cup. And what I would like us to do here, instead of playing 50% slider, which is medium distance, we add 1 decimal to medium distance, which also is 55% slider for those of you using slider. So, good chance on hole 7, and I do think this is gonna have to be a must drop. Hole number 8, we start with a power 5 ball to find complete minimum distance, and we're gonna find with half of the red ring inside the bunker to the left. Pack the grizzly to easier find minimum distance line. Once that is done, we shall apply 3.9 bar backspin and 1 left spin. It looks like 4, but there is just 1 click away from 4 bars of backspin. Adjustment here shall be maximum distance with a 25% over adjustment. Power 2 ball settings, very important. So power 2 ball settings, max plus 25. Adjustment is done, and we shall not use any type of curl, any type of overpower, underpower. Just hit perfect and hope for the best. Bouncing nicely on the fairway, it zooms in, we know it's gonna be close, and we're getting it in right at pin for a beautiful hole-in-one here on hole number 8. For hole 9, we're gonna have a headwind as well, but we're still gonna push it and try to get the albatross. 4 bars, or like 3.8 bars of top spin, 3 bars of side spin to the right. We play with rock level 7. Red ring by the rough line to the right at plus 8 yard mark. If you do play with the rock level 8, you're gonna start at plus 4 yard mark, and rock level 9 gonna start at plus 3. Adjust max plus 5, push up to max. And when it comes to the rock level 7, we shall use 2 rings of overpower. When it comes to the rock level 8 or level 9, we shall not use any overpower whatsoever. 1 ball of curl to the right, we cannot forget about that as well. So 1 ball of curl to the right, try to hit perfect. A great right is better than a great left. Now, Alright, those of you that do play with the sniper level 9 plus is gonna have an advantage over those that do play with level 7s, level 8, but it should still be a possibility. You just have to back up a little bit more. Here I decided to go with 1 bar of topspin, ball guideline to be just short of hole, because this ball, even though it doesn't look like it, it will come in hot. Plus 6 yard mark will be 90% slider, 10% over adjustment here for this shot. So once again, we take the plus yardage and build an adjustment based on that. So 10% elevation, 90% slider from plus 6, and then you shall try to hit it. Perfect. Perfect ball. Bounce on the fairway. Now we don't get the camera angle, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. But we dropped this one for a lovely albatross on hole 9. This is a good chance though. Hit perfect and use the plus yardage as a reference and you're gonna have a good chance. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough with plenty of drop for Pro Division qualifying round wins here in Golf Clash the game and the Northshore Tournament. Get the ultimate tournament guides, the absolute best guides on the market by far. Pro, Expert and Master we do have, and check them out. We also have exclusive tour text guide for those of you that might want to bundle in some tour play as well. Check them out as well. Patreon.com/GolfClashTommy, link directly in the description down below. Video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. Thank you so much for watching and good luck in your Golf Clash game.